A hidden gem of Central America. Belize. Green encircled by blue. Tropical forests, paradise islands, and fine sandy beaches. At Placencia Airport in the south of the country, a celebrity is about to disembark. In this little plane.
Here we go.
Accompanied by his wife and their twins, is a 6'6" giant.
Look, and then we're gonna get our luggage.
Reggie Bullock, 33 years old, feels right at home here.
Good to be home.
This American basketball player is an NBA star. His annual salary, $14 million.
Away, it's good. Bullock, there's three-pointer number 5 for Reggie.
The Houston Rockets winger has made Belize his second home. The family is welcomed by their butler.
Come on, let's go. Let's do it.
And to reach their home away from home,
Thank you. How are you? Thank you so much.
they must leave the mainland.
You ready to see everything?
We'll get on jet ski.
I didn't like jet ski again.
In 2023, Reggie bought himself his own private island for $2 million.
It's definitely not far away from the States. Take me about 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
no more than 3. It was easy access for me and my family to be able to get here.
You ready to go to the island? No.
Their island, 2 hectares of fine sand surrounded by a coral reef with a special shape.
I pretty much chose this island because it's a heart shape, and one of my twins' name is Heart, so I just thought it was pretty dope and unique.
The American basketball player has given his name to the island, Bullock Island. And to enter his kingdom, he has even had a sliding bridge installed.
We love it here. My kids love it. Very paradise.
Watch your step.
Yep, watch it.
Every time they land on the island, the family has their little ritual.
You want to see the nest?
The nests are these little egg-shaped cocoons. The best spot to admire the expanse of blue.
View, I can see other islands throughout the day crashing up against the island, so it brings me a lot of relaxation.
The ocean as their garden.
On the car.
The car?
Yeah.
Okay, where you want to go?
But the twins can't wait to try out Dad's new $80,000 toy.
No.
Wrong way.
Sit down.
Their new water car, an amphibious sports car.
Whoa.
This is cold, right?
The basketball player had it specially brought from Miami.
What is the car name?
I'm queen. I'm a queen.
With Queen. Lightning. Oh, Daddy driving the car.
Monster on the beat, ho, deep, ho,
Reggie is hitting speeds of over 50 miles an hour. His little corner of happiness. Reggie has envisioned it as a temple of entertainment for his children, but also for himself.
Oh, it's hot. Great privilege to be able to be out here in the middle of the ocean, just being you.
On his island, Reggie denies himself nothing. While the family currently sleeps in this little house, in a few months' time, they'll move into this luxurious 4,000 square foot villa.
Excited to see the house?
I'm excited.
I am too.
Reggie hasn't always lived in luxury. He grew up in the ghetto of Baltimore, one of the most dangerous cities in the United States.
Wow, super white. Love it.
These unusual windows are here to remind him of that.
So these are the teardrops, perfectly carved, and here, perfectly sharp.
Reggie designed them himself in homage to his 2 sisters shot dead in Baltimore.
Just showing the connection that I will have with them here and that I will hold forever.
In total, the work on the villa will cost $4.5 million.
That would be dope. It's gonna be able to have some nice vibes, good family vibes for everyone around here. I'm excited.
1/3 of the 450 islands that make up Belize are owned by Americans, who have made this small country their own El Dorado. About the same size as Massachusetts and located between Mexico and Guatemala, Belize has long remained one of the best-kept secrets of the American continent. But today, this former British colony with its 430,000 inhabitants attracts hordes of tourists from the nearby United States.
The best of breed.
With $500 million generated annually, tourism is the #1 industry.
We don't want no Belize money, we want American money.
Thousands of North American visitors disembark from enormous cruise ships. Jamal Galvez is fighting this maritime traffic that endangers the ecosystem, particularly the Caribbean manatee.
This one didn't survive. See the chop wounds across its face?
So, to save the species,
Nothing.
he leads large-scale operations supported by an American NGO. Belize is so appealing to Americans that they are buying the country up bit by bit.
Ready to make this beautiful slate yours.
Florida native Macarena Rose sells Garden of Eden-like islands to her wealthy countrymen.
A beautiful snake.
See his tongue? Yeah. So what he's doing, he's sensing if we're danger.
On one of these wild islands live a couple of 21st century Robinson Crusoes. Kendra and Jim left everything behind in the United States to open a small eco-friendly hotel.
So that's how we call people for food.
They thus support the local economy.
Did you have any good luck today?
What up, Jack?
Black snapper.
It's a bonito.
But above all, tourism and real estate are bringing millions of dollars into the hands of the state. A corrupt state, according to lawyer Audrey Matura.
It goes into the consolidated fund, so it goes into the same purse. It's not divided. So we don't know where all the money goes.
Corruption is impoverishing the population. Belize City, the economic capital, is now the scene of a bloody gang war. Bloods versus Crips, a conflict imported from California.
Sparks in the air like 4th of July.
Far from the hell of the cities, Belize has a green paradise. A lush jungle with its 1,000-year-old Mayan temples and its unique fauna. But this treasure has also been plundered.
Cada uno serían 200. Por los dos serían $400.
Tourism, real estate frenzy, and endangered biodiversity. We investigate Belize, a fragile paradise. Off Caye Caulker, one of the country's largest islands, a group of North American tourists are about to experience the best dive of their lives. Among them, Catherine and Guillaume from Montreal.
Qu'est-ce que t'espères voir, toi?
Les grosses vraies montagnes, les noires et blanches, là. Ça, là, ça serait incroyable.
Ouais.
These scuba diving enthusiasts came to Belize to discover the second largest barrier reef in the world.
On est dans un endroit unique, puis il paraît qu'il y a beaucoup de poissons, là. Fait que je m'attends à avoir une plongée mémorable.
After 2 hours and 55 nautical miles, they finally reach their destination. From the boat, for now, it's nothing special.
On est dedans, mais on est trop proche. J'aimerais ça pouvoir m'élever avec le drone.
It's true that the Great Blue Hole is best seen from the sky. It is the #1 attraction in Belize and a mecca for divers. An underwater chasm 1,000 feet in diameter and 400 feet deep.
You guys can stand up, come to the gate, rent your mask, cold mask and regulator, and what you want? Come on the reg.
This natural wonder is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. To see it, each tourist pays $340. A high price, as for each excursion, the diving clubs themselves must pay $800 to the state. The objective is to limit the number of visitors and to preserve the seabed. In particular, the coral reefs that are victims of global warming. They turn white and often end up dying. It was Commander Jacques-Yves Cousteau who first made this place famous. He mapped its depths in 1971. 150 feet below the surface, Catherine and Guillaume see the geological formations that adorn the walls of the chasm, huge stalactites that appeared more than 15,000 years ago. At this depth, divers can meet black-tip reef sharks 10 feet long. Enough to give Catherine the shivers. But this species is not known to be dangerous to humans. As she is about to resurface, Catherine spots the creature she had dreamt of, the majestic manta ray, well hidden under the sand.
Wow!
All right.
80,000 divers like Catherine and Guillaume venture into the heart of the blue hole every year. This protected nature reserve is also a showcase, an image of ecological paradise which allows the country to attract more and more tourists. In Belize City, the country's financial capital, thousands of these enormous, extremely polluting cruise ships disembark every day. 280 boats with 650,000 visitors in 2023, 3/4 from the United States.
Chicago.
United States.
We're from Oklahoma, U.S.
All these Americans are only here for one day. Tour guides are waiting for them at the port exit to sell them their package excursions, Mayan temples, relaxing on the beach, and local cuisine.
So we look forward daily for ships coming in. Oh, tourism is our #1 industry.
A huge financial windfall for Belize, $500 million annually, 25% of the GDP. Everything is tailored for these Americans. They can even pay in US dollars. This suits the souvenir salesman.
We don't want no Belize money. We want American money. Money doubles.
In theory, everyone can find something for themselves there, but the incessant arrival of boats loaded with tourists horrifies one man. Jamal Galvez.
You look at the boat traffic, you look at the tourism activities that are occurring within that area. There's a cruise ship out there today in the harbor.
Since he was 11, this Belizean has dedicated his life to defending an animal that is dear to him, the Caribbean manatee. Jamal is a member of an association for the protection of this endangered species.
Currently, the major threat to manatees is watercraft, being hit by boats. We do get a lot of manatees that are killed by boats, but there are also manatees that are hit by boats but don't die.
These shuttles that transport tourists from the cruise ships to the port are responsible for the carnage. As these large, peaceful mammals must return to the surface every 3 minutes to breathe, they get caught in the boat propellers. The population fell from 1,500 to 1,000 between 2016 and 2023.
This one here, this is a significant scar. This is from a large boat. It's depressing, but you gotta be optimistic, you gotta be hopeful.
The defender of manatees is very much against a major project that risks exacerbating the situation.
Yeah, this is Take Bank, one of the cruise ship ports that are being developed in Belize.
20 miles offshore on this 20-acre island, the mangrove forest has been cleared to make way for bulldozers. The government is building a huge port there at a cost of $200 million. In a year, it will allow 4 cruise ships to dock simultaneously.
I'm gonna collect those dollars. We can see literally that number go from 45% to... I mean, tourism is literally the environment. It's the wildlife, it's the Manatee, the turtles, the whales, the fishes, and the birds. But if we're destroying that very same thing, we're jeopardizing people's livelihood, we're jeopardizing our largest income source.
To assess the extent of the damage, Jamal is working closely with an American NGO. This afternoon, Jamal has a meeting with Buddy Powell.
Gentlemen, how you doing? Good.
This biologist is a world expert on manatees. To study the state of the manatee population in Belize, he has come from Florida with his team of veterinarians and scientists.
Were they just found in this region, or did they move?
The cost of the 10-day operation, $300,000 funded by the American NGO.
You'll see over the course of this week, we'll catch certainly several that will have boat scars.
Yeah, okay.
Today they will focus their investigations in the heart of this 9,000-acre lagoon, only 10 feet deep, where many manatees live.
Okay, so we're going to go around on the other side of Tiger Point.
Jamal will position himself between the lagoon and the sea.
This is to give us eyes in the sky. Use the drones to easily locate the Manatee.
Are you about it?
No, yeah. Cutting. It is a single one traveling away from noon.
All right, get ready. I see him.
Now they need to get close to the animal without scaring it too much. The scientists want to capture it to assess its health.
He's gonna turn back. He's gonna turn back. Yeah, got him.
A first 20-foot net is deployed to surround the animal.
Okay, we saw a nice breath.
The expedition members jump into the water to hold it.
Hold on. We have lifters in the back.
But to catch the manatee, they need a second, smaller net. They take every precaution not to distress the animal. But it's not very cooperative.
He's right here.
Okay, lifters, come on in.
This is the last step, the most delicate.
Okay, come on in.
Hoisting the huge mammal onto the boat without injuring it.
Bring. That's a board. Take the board to the back of the boat. Female.
Skinny.
Yeah, she's thin. Okay.
Laying flat on it. Yeah.
At first sight, this female doesn't seem to be in very good shape. To calm her down, Adrienne, the head veterinarian, places a cloth over her eyes.
Breath. It was induced.
The team begins the medical examination.
Oh shit, back and sorry. You're gonna have to put your whole hand.
Heart rate's only 44 right now.
351 pounds for an animal that normally weighs more than double that.
She's a little on the thin side, but her respirations were a little unusual. So she wasn't normally, they'll take a breath, like we usually think about breath
what's a minute for 5 minutes is how we monitor them, but they can go up to 2 minutes between breaths. But she was coming up, opening her nares.
Her condition is worrying, so the experts will carry out more tests. A blood test.
All right, bye. Let's go, Kenny.
And samples of skin. To monitor her progress, members of the NGO fit her with a small GPS tracker.
Good breath. Okay, everybody stay with her.
Before releasing the animal, worried that they may not see her again. For the team, there is no doubt that this starving animal is not eating enough, and the explanation is right before their eyes.
And did you see that construction?
This sanctuary, which has been preserved until now, is under threat.
Here, they're developing this to put either a resort or houses in. So the rest of this lagoon at some point is probably going to look like that. Development along the lagoon with sediment running off because it's no longer forded will increase the amount of silt in the water, which will decrease the clarity of the water, which will kill off the seagrass, which is the manatee's food.
These manatees, which no longer find food in this lagoon, migrate to Belize City, at the risk of being fatally hit. And a few yards further on,
there's a carcass, manatee carcass.
Dead manatee. What?
And that sea.
From here, look like a female. Look like a female from here.
loss of a breeding female is very bad news for the survival of the species.
Hard to tell, and the carcass is pretty far advanced. You still have the possibility of there being a boat strike.
All right.
The autopsy will indeed reveal significant internal injuries, consequences of a violent collision with a boat. The results of the 10-day mission are depressing. 3 manatees dead and a dozen seriously injured. All victims of over-tourism and the real estate explosion in Belize. Across the country, large hotel complexes and modern villas are flourishing. But a more astonishing business is booming: the sale of islands. Macarena Rose dominates this sector. Originally from Florida, she has become the queen of real estate in Belize over the past 20 years.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
So guess what? I have really good news. We have someone that we get to help that's looking to do like a healing center on an island.
Well, you'll see we have 6 options right now.
In this area, for
yes,
sure.
absolutely, close by.
Look at all of the trees that's on this property. Trees.
Oh, it's got lots of trees. Fruit trees and hardwood trees, I see.
This is the Frenchman's Key. It's 37 acres.
Beautiful island.
I've been to this island. It literally is like being in the jungla, in the jungle, but on an island. You already have, who cannot be healed with that around you, right?
He would own the entire island.
The real estate agent has found this rare gem costing $2.6 million and will show it to her client. If the sale is successful, she'll take 10% commission. For her, business couldn't be better.
For example, this one actually was sold for $1.9 million. Let me turn it sideways so you can see it better. They get to live in Belize but have an island of their own. That's complete paradise in my mind. Like an acre's a lot.
In 5 years, prices of islands in Belize have increased by 40%. They have become the guilty pleasure of a wealthy American clientele, because here, islands do not belong to the state but exclusively to private owners. And there are no restrictions on purchase by foreigners. In addition, the prices are unparalleled, up to 5 times cheaper than in the United States. Several Hollywood stars have already jumped at the opportunity, like the director Francis Ford Coppola, who bought his island for $2.2 million. Or Leonardo DiCaprio, who paid $1.75 million for this deserted strip of land. But before you buy,
I'm gonna go show an island.
you have to visit. we meet Macarena's American client.
So this beautiful island is selling for $2.6 million.
Barton calls himself a healer. He is well known for his herbal remedies.
And literally, we're going to go straight
out this way? Okay. So this is
the Tobacco K range.
Okay.
It's all these shades of blue, and even like a luminesce during the day.
Oh.
Are you ready to go look at it?
Let's go to make it happen.
Let's go look at it. You got to stay open, because this one might be the one, right?
I'm not etched in stone.
This is Erwin. He's going to take us out on the boat today.
Erwin.
Barton is not put off by the island's price tag. The healer has partnered with an investment fund to bring his plan for a fitness center for wealthy Americans to fruition in this idyllic location.
Being disconnected from the mainland, the mind has another healing application about that. Especially when you're coming to unplug. What a better place. I love it.
In Mayan, they call this Ik. And Ik is the breath of the divine. So the breath of God.
Yeah.
With the island in sight, Barton is already in paradise.
Looks like it was touched by God.
37 acres, close to the coast, yet completely untouched.
You can see that from the
They can explore the island.
Yeah? And this is going to be our pseudo machete today, right?
Machete.
And then you ready to crawl in? We're going to have to crawl in here. Now do you feel like Robinson Crusoe family?
Macarena knows exactly what will appeal to her nature-loving client.
This is definitely jungle. We're going to start to see some big trees here really soon. It's exciting. So again, it's all of these fruit trees. You even have mahogany trees.
Yeah.
In the middle of a jungle on the island.
Yeah, that's amazing.
This tree is the emblem of Belize. It is a selling point for Macarena, as it normally only grows on land where there is fresh groundwater.
Amazing.
Look.
Absolutely amazing.
The island seller wears many hats. First a botanist, she has now turned zoologist.
Barton, I need you to come very slowly.
A beautiful snake.
Isn't it beautiful? Look at its tail.
A boa constrictor.
So we have to be still.
The healer can't believe it.
She's naturally, she's just doing this thing, just hanging out, and we're invading its space.
For the purpose of selling her islands, Macarena can also be an archaeologist.
I have to share with you something. You see that? It's a Maya mound. This is a burial mound. There's a lot of these on this property.
In front of them, a pile of stones.
Done with the government permission.
Yeah.
This is the Maya mounds that they built.
Oh, okay.
With this, they use the stones.
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
But you can literally dig in here and you'll find shards.
Barton is impressed, but a little worried.
Should we fence it off, or what should we do? Or
you don't touch them. You don't let anybody excavate them. You do not have to fence them in.
Oh, you don't have to.
According to Macarena, there is no problem here with conservation. She would rather focus on how enchanting the site is.
It's a sacred space.
Yeah.
It may be a place where you put meditation benches. The ancestors are here, and if you can't feel it on that island, you won't feel it anywhere.
Barton is conquered by the jungle. And when he discovers the fine sandy beach, the healer feels himself growing wings.
I feel a really strong connection to her. She's been calling me all the while. It feels still.
Still. And healing occurs when you get quiet. Quiet.
But will it be that easy for Barton and his associates to build their fitness center on the island?
The Ministry of Lands getting the fees, and not fees, permits.
Okay, so this is a property that would be good for low tourism, ecotourism, low impact, right? We have an attorney for you that is a vetted attorney with a contacts with the government to help you get the proper approval. And then you don't have to have any stress.
Right.
You can have the whole island in your name, ready to make this beautiful slate yours.
A few weeks later, Macarena closed the sale for $2.6 million. A great deal for her, but also for the state, which collects an additional 8% tax on every real estate transaction. In 2023, these foreign investments in Belize amounted to over $200 million. However, once you move away from the tourist coastline, poverty is harsh. 50% of the country's population lives on less than $3 a day. In Belize City.
Okay, so I want to carry this for today, right? Okay.
Lawyer Audrey Matura has taken the risk of attacking the government in several corruption cases. She denounces a system that is eating away at her country.
Okay, then, good. I love Belize, but I must say, it's one of the most corrupt places, and I'm sure there are other corrupt places, but for me, it's very corrupt. Several things happen with tourism money. It goes into the consolidated fund, so it goes into the same purse. It's not divided. So we don't know where all the money goes.
As for real estate, the lawyer considers that the American investments encouraged by the government are very damaging.
Unfortunately, Canadians, Americans have come to Belize and bought the best properties you can get, seafront properties you can get, and they have increased the value of land, so the average Belizean cannot buy land.
And the politicians who sell parts of the country to the highest bidder cling to their privileges. To stay in power, they are prepared to do anything to get votes.
What they do, they look at the voters list. So they find who are the people who are the poorest, most dependent, and they say, oh, I have a bag of groceries to give you. Come every week at this place and you'll get a bag of groceries. But that's corruption. You legitimize the bribing of people, and you've done it year-round so that they remain stuck onto you, beholden to you like a baby sucking on their mama's breast.
This population trapped in poverty is crammed into tin shacks in Belize City, the fourth most dangerous city in the world, with 105 murders per 100,000 inhabitants. Drug trafficking gangs are waging a merciless war here. And during our filming, a new killing hit the headlines.
Bracing for a wave, a major gang figure was murdered this evening. 44-year-old Elwin went in the gang world, and it is likely to prompt retaliation.
To prevent a bloodbath, Lieutenant Grant's anti-gang unit is mobilized. In the heart of drug trafficking territory, they increase the number of checks. One in 4 murders in the city are committed by murderers on bicycles. This allows them to escape quickly between houses. The police do not want these young men hanging around the streets after dark. 1 in 2 gang members here are minors.
The young guys, 13, 14, 15, 16, you will find it firearm in the area. So we have to search the youths. They are the one taking on. They are the one with the highest skill.
Lieutenant Grant, a police officer for 25 years, has seen these teenagers enlisted at increasingly early ages, caught in a vicious spiral.
They are the one to go and help sell marijuana to schools, sell marijuana to friends, bring friends over to buy and to also sell marijuana. These youths, many of them want an easy life, and nothing easy. It's more like a suicide. You know, it's more like suicide joining the gang.
The cemeteries are filling up with the victims of this bloody war, 1,400 dead in 20 years. This conflict began in the United States, in the ghettos of Los Angeles. Since the 80s, 2 rival gangs, the Bloods and the Crips, have been killing each other against a backdrop of drug trafficking, the Reds against the Blues. In the ranks of these 2 gangs are many Belizeans who fled to the United States in 1961 following the terrible Hurricane Hattie.
Something like 80% of the city's buildings have been wrecked or damaged beyond repair.
Belize was devastated, 1/3 of its population forced to flee. In the 90s, the American justice system sought to weaken the Bloods and the Crips and decided to extradite 1,500 of their members to their countries of origin. The conflict restarted with renewed vigor, this time in Belize City.
I was born and raised in a Bloods territory. No one was allowed to use blue in that era. You would get shot, you would get killed. Be a leader, not a follower. I am the only one from the gang base that actually joined the police department. You know, the only one. I saw a couple of friends get killed.
The police will patrol until late at night. Following the murder the day before, this shift promises to be tense. In this car, Carter, 37 years old, 15 of them spent behind bars for murder. He is one of the leaders of the Crips, the Blues. In all likelihood, it's his gang.
What's up? Go to the Crip.
Who are behind the execution of the day before. Carter looks relaxed, but in reality, he is always on guard. In these dimly lit streets, at any moment, a killer from the other side could emerge from the shadows.
I'll be honest, I don't feel safe no way. And then just my shadow. You understand me? You know? This is PIV era. This is the era that I cannot go. Yeah. If I go at this era, I'm dead.
Carter is meeting his men at the end of this cul-de-sac.
Logic.
Tonight, fearful of revenge, his soldiers are all armed. This young man is only 17 years old.
Ready this weapon? Huh? I'll put one in your head, catch you.
This other miner proudly holds his revolver.
Protect my life. I'm afraid of my life. Yeah, if anybody drive through here or come through here, because the fireworks. You ever hear about 4th of July? Yeah. This box of the year like 4th of July. That shot.
Despite the palpable tension, Carter intends to do business tonight. His business? Cocaine from neighboring Mexico.
Ooh, nice. Sometimes I don't gotta sell it there. This is how they pull it up. This is how we sell it. That's how we sell that thing. Crazy, man. This is money. Gonna kill the whole place. Yeah, this is money. $20 a bag. 20 a bag, check. I will like 95. What? So much bag we could get out of this right here. Oh God, a lot of bag. Sometimes for the week I make 15, 16, I make 18. Depends, right?
$1,800 US in a good week. That is more than 20 times the average Belizean salary, enough to support all these men.
Yeah. All right, go there.
Tonight, to remain discreet, the youngest will go to deal. This 12-year-old boy is going to sell on the streets of Belize City.
Regular basis.
Using children to run his business, Carter doesn't see any problem with it. According to him, he has no choice.
Well, look, watch how we live in the ghetto. We live like dog. The property, G. This is a hustle, this is a hustle game, you get the sense? This is the only way we can make money, not going to Belize. They don't give me a job if I go to a place right now, I want a job, I don't get that. So normally I spend for crazy things. Sister, auntie, uncle, everybody in the government own every fucking thing. We don't own nothing. So what happened? We are like the puppet now.
The result of all this trafficking is deadly score settling and addict zombies wandering the streets of Belize City. While the country's capital city is in the hands of gangs, other mafia networks also threaten one of the country's treasures, the jungle. It covers 4,600 square miles, or 3/4 of Belize. 3,500 years ago, the Mayans settled in the heart of this lush forest. Their civilization has left majestic temples that now attract tourists.
Proceed. Permission to enter the sacred grounds.
This jungle is also home to unique wildlife. jaguars, which the Mayans revered for their overpowering strength, howler monkeys, crocodiles, and many, many parrots. 350 species are officially protected as they are targeted by poachers.
You're the captain, so it's your takeoff.
The Belizean army is deploying major resources to combat this animal trafficking. Twice a week, soldiers board their Cessnas to fly discreetly over the vast jungle.
We landed at the end by people, they should keep it active. Savannah?
With their camera equipped with a super powerful zoom, they can spot a person from 10 kilometers away. They mainly fly over the border areas between Mexico and Guatemala, as most of the poachers come from these countries.
I did get a good view from poaching as well.
These traffickers hunt jaguars in particular for their skin and their canine teeth, but also parrots, which sell for up to $3,000 on the black market as pets.
11 o'clock, Zeke.
Camp for like a...
The military appears to have spotted suspicious activity.
Fishing and hunting.
On the ground, Roberto and his fellow rangers set out to chase the poachers.
4 kilometers.
They are heavily armed, as the criminals could carry firearms.
When we were patrolling here, yes, they shot at us, but we are crossing the river.
Stop, man, stop, make me come on. We could just walk, Kai. Go through. To the river.
The rangers have to make their way through this very dense vegetation without wasting too much time.
Look. Right, those are footprints.
These guardians of the jungle approach the camp. They must be more and more careful.
You might have people right beyond that little hill.
After 2 hours' march, they arrive at the camp, but the poachers are already far away. They have left almost no trace, except some waste. But above all,
look what I have found. Roberto.
It's a shotgun shot, 16 gauge. This won't kill a man, it will pepper you.
Although they are putting their lives in danger by acting against these poachers, Roberto and his men have no intention of giving up.
It's constantly a game of cat and mouse, you know. We don't know when they're coming in. They don't know when we're coming. So it's just, you know, compromise, even.
Roberto is an honest ranger. However, other forest protectors have given in to the lure of money. 120 kilometers away, in a savanna on the edge of the jungle. This man, who we'll call William, works for the Forest Protection Office, a government organization. But today, he is not there to save the yellow-headed parrots, but to poach them. The species is in danger of extinction. Numbers have gone from 70,000 to 7,000 in just 20 years. These birds are highly sought after by Americans for their mimicry.
Say hi, Mommy. Hi.
Sí, son muy bonitos de esos loros. Se imitan a la gente también. Ellos pueden cantar y...
Do, re, mi, fa,
With his monthly salary of $300 Belizean, William, married and the father of 2, struggles to make ends meet.
El poquito que el gobierno ayuda no da para sostener a la familia y da un buen ingreso cuando estamos en... Nos ayuda también bastante como pagar. Consumimos en la casa, como electricidad, las aguas. Sí, es dinero fácil y...
It's breeding season, and William's official job is to find the nests.
Y en ese lado tengo una mata que tiene como guayas. Sí, es un pequeño nido en vez del...
The poacher has all the gear and technology necessary to reach his prey.
A ver si trabaja la resortera.
It's risky. He has to be quick. Poaching in the heart of a protected reserve could mean a 2-year prison sentence and a $5,000 fine for William. The nest is located 6 meters above ground, but the parrot trafficker is a seasoned climber.
Hay tres loros. Estoy mirando 3 loros.
William takes hold of the 2 little birds. They are barely 5 weeks old.
Cada uno serían 200. Por los 12 serían $400. Pues depende de cuántos loros podemos conseguir. Digamos hasta $1,000 beliceños.
William will feed them for a month before reselling them to Mexican or Guatemalan traffickers. 8 times out of 10, their final destination is the United States. In this country, where natural resources are endangered, an American couple have decided to live in harmony with nature.
It's a good life.
At least it look like this.
Look at this view.
Kendra and Jim were among the first Americans to buy an island in Belize.
Can't believe it's been 26 years living in paradise.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. I love the ocean.
It was during an excursion to this 30-acre island, then completely untouched, that the couple met. It was love at first sight for them and for this place cut off from the world.
She stepped off the boat on the dock and I saw her and I knew right away from that very second I was going to marry her.
And I said, you say this to all of the single women.
I said, yes, I do, but I really mean it with you. Because I did.
He was a dentist at the time. She was a real estate agent in the U.S. The lovers decided to drop everything to settle on this island, which they bought for $250,000. Today, it's worth $3.5 million.
Oh, our wedding.
We got married right here on the quay. Our limousine was a wheelbarrow. Champagne glass.
A radical choice, because this island is 2 hours from the mainland. Kendra and Jim love this wild way of life so much that over the years, they have decided to share it with a few tourists. They have built 12 cabins that blend into nature, Robinson Crusoe-style guest rooms.
All the greenery.
Good view from bed.
300 visitors flock there every year. The price for a week in paradise, $1,700. But to welcome their guests, the couple still had to face some challenges. In this region, particularly exposed to hurricanes, Kendra and Jim had to adapt their cabins so that they would not be swept away by the elements.
The first house we built, your mom, Paige.
The structure of the buildings has been designed to withstand natural disasters.
These beams here are very, very solid hardwood beams. They're like cement. We use stainless steel straps to hold the building together. There's no way that things can come apart.
Another difficulty, the island has no source of fresh water.
This is our desalinization system. And I can make around 1,800 gallons every day. We need water to drink. We need water to shower with. We need water to the laundry. It just doesn't rain enough to keep up with that, so we have to have this.
This solar-powered water converter cost them $50,000. But it is essential for accommodating their guests.
That's how we call people for food.
A casual meal with local specialties.
Yes, please. I'll do one of each, please. Thank you. Yeah.
Particularly this scorpion fish ceviche.
It's cooked in just soaking in lime juice and with onions and tomato and bell pepper, things like that. So it's very, very good. Yeah. Very good local dish.
Oh, it's just really good.
Kendra and Jim's guests love the local flavor.
Ici, on est dans un autre monde, un monde du rêve, quoi. Ça donne une paix profonde, intérieure.
But this simple life, close to nature, demands a great deal of organization. Once a week, Jim has to take a 2-hour boat ride to get supplies in Dangriga, the closest coastal town. And he has to do a lot of shopping.
Oh, this is my list of the food we need. Okay. And they have stacked most of it up over here. But there's a lot of things down here that are last minute things.
The shopping cart fills up very quickly. Soda, coffee, whipped cream, Parmesan.
Okay, next.
Jim has no room for error. He scrupulously follows his list.
We live so far away that you just can't forget something and come back to the store because it's very expensive in gas. Here I have more stuff, and they will unload that.
This shopping trip cost $2,000 US. 4 of his employees load the pickup.
We have everything?
Yes, sir. Everything.
Everything? All right, we got everything.
Jim and Kendra are committed to supporting the local economy. Next step, seasonal produce.
Did you get all my pina? Well, we really like to offer fresh produce, to our guests, and she provides wonderful fresh produce. These all come from small farms. Not the best looking things, but they taste better because. Hello there.
Morning.
Yeah, how are you? So you have my bill?
Yes.
Yay. Okay.
Just waiting for the baby bananas to add it here.
Okay.
Then I add the soursop and the broccoli because they're one of our best clients here. Yes.
Jim buys $600 worth of fruit and vegetables.
Have a lovely day. Until next week.
All right then.
Okay, bye. Bye. Okay.
Jim spent $2,600 to last a week and $400 for fuel. Meanwhile, on the island,
Did you have any good luck today?
they received their delivery of fish.
Hi, Tony.
Yeah, deep water black.
Black bonito?
This is bonito.
Bonito. Bonito. Tuna king mackerel. Delicious.
There are also red snapper and barracuda.
It doesn't get fresher than this, yeah.
The fish are then prepared by Jenner, a former local fisherman now employed by Jim and Kendra.
It's a pretty good tasted fish. A lot of people in Belize here like to eat those fish because it's tasty.
But they're not the only ones.
This is for a shop.
A stingray and a lemon shark fight over the leftovers. Kendra and Jim have done everything to preserve their island from mass tourism and overdevelopment.
We're very fortunate to be in nature 24/7. I can't imagine life without it.
I feel very blessed. I just feel so lucky.
But climate change could destroy their idyllic island. Belize is a fragile paradise, faced with rising sea levels and hurricanes.